welcome to another edition of Cult Movie Club. Reviewing a classic action movie today, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Raw deal, so I was part of this Schwarzenegger set. Like I said, 1986, this is sandwiched right in the middle of Commando and Predator, so it doesn't get as much attention as it should, and is known as the weaker of them films, but I don't think we should be comparing them, to be quite honest, as it's a totally different film than the others. This is, he was at his peak here, physical wise and popularity wise, in the 80s. He didn't actually want to do this film, I don't think. He was under contractual agreement with Dino De Laurentiis. He still had a movie to do with him. Arnold wanted to do Total Recall, which Dino De Laurentiis owned, but Dino wasn't having that at all, and he had to make this instead. This film bombed when it came out, so that was the end of the Dino De Laurentiis group, and the rest is history. Total Recall ended up coming out with Arnie. So yeah, plot wise, and Arnold was an ex-FBI who, for one reason or another, gets kicked out and ends up a small town sheriff. And his old boss, his son, gets killed during like a sting. So he contacts Arnold's character, Kaminsky, and asks him if he'll do this job for him, which is infiltrating the mafia who's responsible for his son's death. And if he's successful, then he'll get his old job back with the FBI bureau. So he takes the job. And starts, he manages to set himself up a new identity, and then he manages to get into the mafia family and starts gradually breaking it down. There's a conclusion at the end where Andy just takes everyone out, basically, Arnold style. Yeah. That's pretty much it. There is an awesome scene where he's basically tooling up, getting ready for the showdown. It's like Commando, but it's slightly longer in this film and better, in my opinion. It's a really cool scene, and then he goes to these set pieces at the end. One at a place called Gravel Pit that the Mafia own. And he's like, to the soundtrack of the Rolling Stones, I can't get no satisfaction just destroying all these bad guys with a machine gun. It's great stuff. And then there's, at the end, he just takes down the whole family. And yeah, I saw this after The Terminator, so this was like my second Arnold film. So I've probably got a fond memory of it. I probably think it's better than it actually is. But yeah, that's my history of it. It's got a pretty good cast. Robert Davi is in this film, who was quite big in the 80s. He was also in Die Hard, The Goonies, License to Kill, just to name a few. This film was directed by John Irving, who'd not done much action stuff. I think after this he did Hamburger Hill, but I don't think he did anything really before this, of this style. Arnold has said that he was a great director to work with, and he was a better actor after this film. So yeah, definitely worth a rewatch if you haven't seen it for a while. It's not as bad as its reputation suggests that it is. I think it's a pretty solid Arnold film. Yeah, it's got its flaws, but it's got its positives also. The soundtrack is amazing. Synth soundtrack. It's got these stompy beats. It's really good. Really suits the film. Yeah, take it for what it is. It's an Arnie movie in the 80s.
He's walking all over the place. He's even been to my house.
Well, why don't we just take him out?
I'll see before he disappears.
First, you bust him up real good. Public and messy. Everybody should know what you get when you kick in my door.